guys, today I have a super exciting video. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to set up an Etsy store where you can upload all the design you already pre-made for your Merch by Amazon account, and so you can leverage Etsy to make more money, because with Etsy it's so much easier to sell for a higher profit margin. It's a different type of platform where, you know, people have a sense to purchase something that have higher quality or more like handmade, so people are willing to spend more in there. So why not taking advantage of all the work we already did for our Merch by Amazon account and just, you know, double our profits? So let me just show you how you can do it in literally a matter of minutes. We're gonna use both Etsy and Printful for this tutorial, so you're gonna need an account with both platforms. I'm gonna leave my link down below in the description box so you can have easy access to this page where you can set up your Etsy store, and you can also automatically have 40 free listings, which is a pretty sweet deal since you know, each listing costs you 20 cents and they add up quite fast, trust me. So it's the best way to start, you know, literally for free with zero up cost front, and have your store up and running in the next few minutes so you can possibly start making sales straight away. So once you click the link right here, you will be asked to insert an email address for you to register with Etsy and open a free account. So just put, you know, an email that makes sense to you. I would suggest you to choose an email address that you're gonna use only for this type of little side hustle, so you can group all of them together. Basically, just use the same email address you have been using for your Merch by Amazon account or your KDP account, and this is gonna make your life so much easier, trust me. Otherwise, you can also sign up by using your Google account, your Facebook account, or your Apple account, whatever works best for you. So once you are into the open your shop page, it's super easy, you know, to fill. Just go with your common sense and read each section and try to fill it as carefully as possible, but it's gonna take you literally like a couple minutes. It's so easy, guys. So of course you're gonna choose your language, then you're gonna choose, you know, your location, your country, your currency, and then in this section I suggest you to select, you know, I sell part-time and that's how I like it. It's just, you know, meant to be a beginner kind of tutorial, so this is usually the best option, and then you just save and continue. And then as you can see, it's very easy. You have like a roadmap, you know, of all the steps you need to take in order to successfully open your shop. So this is the part where you're gonna choose a name for your store. You don't have to waste too much time in this part right here. It's not as relevant. A lot of people waste hours to think of the perfect store name. Obviously choose something related to what you're planning to sell. You can insert a name with a word print in it, or I don't know, something that's really easy for customers to understand what is your store about, you know. So this is a dummy kind of shop that I'm creating just for demonstrational purposes, so I'm gonna go with something like, I don't know, see, obviously the longest is your name, the more chances you get to have the name available because there's more words in it. And I know a lot of people suggest to have a short and easy to remember name, but you know, again, this is a dummy kind of shop that I'm opening just to show you how the process works, so it's okay. I'm gonna go with the trendy apparel shop and save and continue and keep moving forward. Okay, once you are in this section, this is another part where a lot of people get lost or waste a lot of time. So we're gonna try to make this tutorial as easy, as short, and as simple as possible. This is the part where you're gonna add your first listing, and it's a step that's mandatory for you in order to open your shop. So you click obviously on create your first listing, and you're gonna be redirected into this page where, you know, people really struggle here because they think, oh my gosh, I have to create the perfect first listing. My advice is strive for progress, not perfection. So in this step right here, just create a dummy listing. So just open a Google page and just search for a simple t-shirt, literally something extremely random and basic that nobody's gonna want to purchase here. So just take a screenshot and go back into your Etsy shop. So now that we have our picture, we can import it. As you can see, I have the little, warning symbol that tells me that my resolution is basically crap, which is exactly what we want, because I don't want anyone to purchase this shirt. It's just for me to keep moving forward on the next step and setting up my shop. But as you can see, Etsy really guides you in every step, and it gives you suggestions in how to create the perfect listing, taking pictures from many different angles. Obviously, you can also adjust the thumbnail, so you can zoom in and zoom out, and then you can save it. Then if you scroll down, you have also the section where you could add a little video clip of your product. So, the more you take advantage of all these extra features, the more chances you have to make a sales, because of course the more professional your listing is gonna look. So if you have a product in your house, I will say take a little small video clip and optimize your listing. Also, if you are running a print-on-demand business, which is what we are trying to achieve here in this tutorial, it is strongly recommended to order a sample of your own products, even to kind of quality check the print and the colors, and you can also compare different printing companies, quality, because obviously you want returning customers on the long run. You're really trying to create a business and a name for yourself. And so let's say you order a sample of your own product, you could take a little small video clip and upload it right here. And then let's just fill the mandatory section, So the title, obviously we're gonna, write something random like orange t-shirt. Obviously, the more articulated, the more chances you have to be found. But for now, we are just gonna focus on launching our store and integrate Printful. So about your listing, who made it, you can select I did. And then it's a finished product. When did you make it? Made to order. And then category, we can just search, t-shirt. Voila. Then let's see, other mandatory requirements are renewal options. So this basically what it means is if you make a sales, if you sell, this t-shirt, the listing is gonna automatically be re-uploaded, like it's gonna be still available, for the same t-shirt to be sold. Otherwise, if you select manual, you have to relist, this product once you made a sales. And as you can see, it does mention that each listing is gonna cost you 20 cents, And so since our goal is try to create sort of a passive income and have pretty much an automated kind of side hustle, I will say just go with the automatic option, so it's gonna make your life much easier. You can always change your mind later on, and adjust your listing, but for now, let's keep it on automatic. And then type, it's a physical product. So if it was obviously a digital downloadable, you will click this option right here, but it's a t-shirt, so we're gonna keep it on physical. And then description, you're gonna write, your description, so make it as articulate as possible. But for now, let's just keep it simple. So orange t-shirt for men, available in many sizes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then production partner, we're gonna look at this later, so don't worry about it. This is not mandatory. Tags, this is super important. You're gonna add up to 13 tags right here. And then materials as well, you're gonna add everything. Then price, let's put a very absurd price like 38 pounds, so nobody's gonna buy it. And then quantity 1. Then this you can leave it blank. Then variation, obviously if you have variation in sizings or color, you can add it right here. Personalization is another very cool feature that we're gonna revisit later on. Basically guys, I'm gonna skip through these steps really fast because again, this is a dummy listing that is gonna be deleted as soon as I launch it, pretty much. It's something that I'm not planning to sell, it's not mine, it's just a dummy listing. And as you can see, once you have finished, to fill all the mandatory requirement in your page, you're gonna have your listing right here. And then here is where you could stock up your shop even more, but right now again we just want to move forward on the next step, so just save and continue. And you're gonna go now into the section where you're gonna set up, how you want to get paid and how Etsy is gonna charge you, those 20 cents. So because, I already have an existing shop, I don't wanna mess up things with Etsy because they are pretty particular with this type of things. And this is just for me to show you how each step looks like and how easy it is. But as you can see, even this page is very easy for you to complete by yourself. You're just gonna select, which country you're in, first name, last name, your date of birth, your home address, phone number, postal code, and where is your bank located. So for me, it's gonna be United Kingdom, although I'm selling mostly in the US, through Etsy, but I will explain this in a second moment. So you're gonna fill this page and then you're gonna save and continue, and then you're gonna be redirected in the very last steps, which is the setting up your billing. So again, I'm gonna skip this section right here because I already have an existing store, but super duper easy. You're gonna fill it in literally less than a minute. And once you finish even this step right here, you're just gonna launch your shop. As easy as ABC, literally. And once you have your store set up, we can go into Printful to create a free account even there. All you have to do is just click the Start Creating button. And as for Etsy, even here you can sign up by using either your Facebook account, Google account, Apple account, or just by using an email. Most people use their email, so again, use the same one that you've been using for your Etsy shop and any other, online side business you have. Just fill each section carefully with your personal details, then select how you would like to use Printful. I would suggest to select Start My First E-commerce Business, because with this selection you don't have any further question, while instead if you choose, for example, Grow My Online Business, they're gonna ask you further questions, same things for sell merch on my followers. They're gonna ask, where do you have the biggest audience? So just to keep it as simple as possible, select Start My First E-commerce Business and then click on Finish. And here is your dashboard. So this is gonna be the first page you're gonna see once you sign up into Printful. So it is very beginner friendly because you have sort of a checklist, with a task to complete in order to progressively, set up your store and possibly integrate it with Etsy, which is what we're gonna do. So we did sign up on Printful. Now we have to confirm our email. So go back into your email and just click the link that they sent you. And once you did that, you keep on going to the next task, which is create a product template. So just click on pick a product, click on create your first product, and you can just select t-shirt. We don't have to spend too much time on this right now. It's just for us to set up our store, so we can speed up on this section right here. Just select a random t-shirt, and then you can revisit your listing later on. I will stay with the unisex, staple t-shirt, which is the most popular one. And then of course you have a preview, of where your design is gonna go. You have the front, the back, outside label, inside label, left sleeve, right sleeve. So it's very well made, this website. And then you have all the sizing, all the color. There's tons of colors options, so it's much more actually creative than Merch by Amazon because you have less restrictions. As you can see, you have literally the whole rainbow range right here. You can either literally create something from inside the Printful platform. So you will use these tabs right here, or you can just, upload your pre-existing design. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the same design we create for our Merch by Amazon account. So let's just upload something. And I'm gonna use the design that I pre-upload before as a testing, kind of a design. So I'm gonna select it and then click on place. Oops, wait, I made a mistake. I was supposed to turn here the picture to the front. So as you can see, you can literally place your design everywhere, on the side, on the back, on the front, wherever you want. So we're gonna stick it to what we already know, just as we do on Merch by Amazon. So let's keep it super simple. Let me choose my file again. Okay, and then place. And then from here, of course, you can move it around, you can make it smaller, bigger. Yeah, let's keep it just as big, a bit more upward. Perfect. You can also make sure it's aligned, so center horizontally. Then if you center vertically, as you can see, it goes a bit lower down. So I just wanted to center horizontally. This feature, it's very similar to the one that you have inside Redbubble. That is a whole another video that I'm gonna probably make, but let's focus on Printful right now. In this part, you can literally customize everything, but again, we're not gonna spend too much time on this section. You know, once you get your feet wet with one print-on-demand platform, they are all pretty much similar, so you can figure it out by yourself how to customize your design. But I guess if you upload it, it's because you already pre-made it in a different software like Photoshop or Canva, and so it shouldn't need too much editing at this stage. So let's say this is exactly how we want our design. From here, you can just click proceed to mockups. And here you can choose, you know, your favorite mockup. You can keep the male picture that we just work on, or you can choose a female. You can choose different ethnicities, different poses and background. Since it's a unisex shirt, maybe this will be the smartest choice, because for unisex product, I will just stick with a generic mockup. I really like this one, so I will just keep this one. And then you can click on proceed to details, and here is where you add your title and your description, just as you do on Merch by Amazon basically. So you can write unisex t-shirt, blah blah blah. You can also translate your description and title into different languages, so this is another super handy feature to have. This website is super cool, let me tell you guys. Once you start really using it, you're gonna enjoy it so much, because it really stimulates your creativity beyond any limits, you know, and it's gonna become a very, very fun side hustle. And when it starts to even bring you money, even more fun, right? So not only it's creative, but it's even rewarding, you know, in so many different ways. So obviously I'm not gonna spend too much time in this section. You just write a description, and then you can you know, make sure you select the right specification, like this is a unisex kind of shirt. Then down here, which is another very important section, you can have an idea of your shipping costs. So for US, it's gonna cost you $3.99 plus $1.25 per each additional shirt. And then you have Canadian dollars, then you have euro, Australian dollars, and then worldwide. Then you have also the option to display your product with free shipping if you want, or not, it's up to you. And then you can click on proceed to pricing, and here is where you can establish, you know, how much you want to sell your product for. Customers on Etsy are used to spend a little more for handmade, crafted kind of products, and so although our t-shirts are a print-on-demand kind of product, there's still that sense of higher quality on Etsy for some reasons, you know, like more attention to details, you know, and higher quality in general. And so it's much easier for you to make a sale for a higher profit margin compared to Merch by Amazon. Obviously, Merch by Amazon, it takes a little while for you to reach higher tiers in order to, you know, start pumping the prices a bit more. On Etsy, you can start, you know, selling for higher prices straight away from your very first product, and that's another cool thing to keep in consideration that you cannot really do with Merch by Amazon. So obviously there's pro and cons in both platforms, but by leveraging both of them, we maximize literally our chances to make a profit online. As you adjust the prices, you can see how much will be your profit. So that's another very convenient feature that is gonna give you a very clear idea straight away of how much you can expect, you know, to make with each product you sell by selecting the right price for you, basically. Now, don't exaggerate. I mean, unless you have a really amazing design, like a killer design, which of course, if that's the case, sooner or later you're gonna have copycats. Just be prepared about that. Because yes, Etsy is amazing, but you do have you know, even the cons of being copied a lot, as for everything nowadays online. But take it as something flattering. Is the best compliment not to be imitated. So of course it's annoying, but you can't control everything. Just don't stress too much over it. Your whole purpose is just to make a side income basically, and that's the whole point of this journey we are taking together. So just focus on that. Don't stress too much over these small things. They are out of your control. Do your best, obviously, to don't do that to others, and hopefully, you won't encounter this issue too many times. But okay, let's say you have established your prices. This is the part where you just submit to store. Once you have your first product, up and running, we can integrate our Etsy shop with Printful, and that's when the fun starts. So of course now you have your template ready to be basically uploaded in your store. So you can just click add to store or view, and you can still customize it. So let's just click add to store. But obviously we don't have a store, so this is the part where we want to connect Etsy with Printful, and that's when the magic pretty much happen, because they're gonna be synchronized together, and that's when you can actually start making sales and upload as many designs as you want and automate the whole process. So let's just click on connect store. And Printful makes very easy for you to navigate their website and figure it out, which is the next step to do in order to do everything properly. And so they made very easy for you to choose the platform you want to integrate, and in our case it's Etsy. So you can just click connect. You have also a video tutorial, so it couldn't be any easier. But you can just keep clicking connect to Etsy, and here you just have to allow the access. And then let's go back into Etsy and see which setting we need to tweak in order to link our integration. Okay, so once you have opened your shop, you can click on this little store icon right here, and this is gonna be your shop manager tab, where you can literally have full control over every single aspect of your shop. And the most important things we need to do straight away before we go through each section is to link Shopify into our Etsy shop. So we need to create that sort of integration. That way we can start listing our products, and we can count on Printful to fulfill each order. So in order to do that, we have to go under the setting option, and then you have to click on production partners. And this is the page where you're gonna add the partner that you choose. In our case, we are going with Printful, but if you use Printify or any other, print-on-demand service, you can add it right here. And it's extremely important that you add your print-on-demand service, because if you don't, Etsy is gonna start giving you issues. You won't be able to fulfill orders, and then it's gonna be a disaster. So you want to do things properly since the very beginning, so that we can set ourselves for success. So as you can see, I already set up Printful as my production partner, but let's pretend this wasn't here. I could easily, cancel it, but I don't want to do it. I basically just click on add new production partner, and this is exactly the window that I filled in order to have Printful, register right here. So let me just show you what I wrote in each section. So on the production partner, you just put the name of the service that you have chosen, in my case Printful. Then the location. Printful have several locations, but I've put their biggest one, which is in California, because I assume the majority of my customers will be Americans, and so I went with the biggest fulfillment center over there in the USA, though I am in UK. But you can choose whatever applies to you. And then under the About section, you can just copy and paste the same things that I wrote. This is a generic, explanation of why I've chosen Printful. And basically I'm saying Printful is an important part of my business. They do fulfill, all my orders, so that I can focus on creating design for my customers. That's the bottom line. And then even these last three sections are very important. And in the first option, Why are you working with this partner? I will recommend to choose, I don't have the technical ability or equipment to make it entirely by myself. This is a very generic common answer. And then on the second question, what is your role in the designing process? I design everything myself. And the third question is, what is this partner's role in the production process? And basically I've chosen they do everything for me. So these are three very common answers that most people select, and is literally the most standard way to fill this section. So once you did that, you just click update partner and that's it. Then as you can see, you can still edit it if you did make any mistake, or if you want to change completely, partner from Printful to Printify or to any other, print on demand business, you can still do that in this section. You just click on edit. And that's it. You can have multiple production partners. So as you can see, I could still add another one, and after that probably a third one, but we want to keep it as simple and as manageable as possible. So most people go with one partner only, and I will strongly recommend you to start simple and get familiar with the whole process. This section is completed now, and this was the most important part, because now we are linked with Printful, so we can go back into our Printful account. And now, as you can see, my store is linked. You can add another product as we just did, or you can just look into your store. And as you can see, this is the same button again, add product. They make so easy for you, to figure it out, what to do next and how to do it. But here is where you can find the design we just uploaded, and look how easy they make it for you. You can literally add the same design on different products, like in only one click. So if you want to keep the exact same design we just work on and add it on a sweatshirt, or look, you have all the unisex product right here, so they make it super easy for you to create new listings and to manage your shop in general. So let's say you want to add this on a sweatshirt, you just click on it and you are going through the same process as we just did, but it's a different product. It's not a t-shirt anymore, it's a sweatshirt. You can select the colors. Obviously you have limited colors on the sweatshirt. I would personally spice it up a little bit, and maybe you can put the logo smaller on the side, just you can keep the same design but give it a little twist, just to don't make it too boring. So you can have different kind of options for your customers, and that's what I will do, but it's up to you. And on the very bottom you can see your products listed. So of course we just create our first one, so that's all you can see, but in case you have more, this is the section where they will be showing. As you can see, there's 9 variants and they are synced. If you click on edit, you can see all the variants. So obviously this goes by sizing. You have extra small, small, medium. These are all your variants. So here is where you can make adjustment if you want. Okay, you can have a bulk edit, where you select all of them, or you can edit one by one if you want to change anything. And then once you have finished even with this section and you have basically review all your different variants, you can just click on edit in Etsy. Basically all the listing that you just create inside Printful is gonna be transferred into your Etsy shop. So you don't have to do anything, you just need to review your listing, but it's pretty much already filled with all the information that you inserted into Printful. So you see how they communicate between each other. I will obviously still suggest you to make it better, if you want to add more mock-ups pictures. So you can, for a unisex t-shirt, you can keep, a generic mock-ups like this one, and then you can add maybe a woman wearing it and then a man wearing it, Then you can still adjust the thumbnail, and then you can add a video, or the description and the titles that you have inserted into Printful. So you still have a chance to perfect it or to make it any better, to add or edit out anything that you want. Basically, the more you fill it, the easiest it is for your customers to find you, to find the product they are looking for. then make sure, this is super important, you check this box right here where you select your production partner, because otherwise Printful won't see when you made a sale, and then it's gonna create a bit of an issue, as well as for Etsy it's gonna question how do you fulfill your orders, who is your production partner. So it's very important that you check this little square right here. Then this you can just skip it. Then tags, super important, so of course it has to be relevant to the product that you're selling. In this case you can insert love, you can insert neon text, whatever apply basically to your listing. So the more targeted your tags are, the more chances you have to be founded in the platform. So make sure you take your time in here. On Etsy you can use up to 13 tags to get found, so it's not a lot, but if you strategically choose the right one, they are more than enough, trust me. And that's it pretty much. So once you have finished editing your Etsy listing, you can just publish it. So now if we go back into our Printful dashboard, we can see the progress we have made of all the 7 tasks we need to fill in order to successfully complete our account. And as you can see, we have create a product template, connect our store, and add the product to our store. So we have completed 5 out of 7 steps. And let's just take care of the billing method, and we're gonna click on it. And obviously I'm gonna blur out this section because it's pretty straightforward. You just have to insert all your personal details in order to be properly billed from Printful, so they can fulfill all your orders. Basically you have to give a way to Printful to charge you for their service. And so just fill with your name, address, country, zip code, and blah blah blah. And the cool thing is that Printful give you several ways, for you to pay as well. PayPal, which is one of my favorite way to pay, because it's the most convenient and safe way to pay online, to my personal opinion. So I'm gonna link my PayPal account. Super easy. It just takes a couple clicks. Okay, perfect. So my PayPal account now is linked. You can of course choose other payment methods, so if you prefer to insert your credit card, go ahead. And going back to our dashboard, we just have one last step to complete, which is order a sample. Now this is optional, but it's strongly recommended for you to order a sample, and most of the times Printful offer you a discounted price for your sample, so you can click on make an order. And this is how you do it. You can order your sample once you upload more designs, so you can choose a better design. Maybe you can order something that it can give you the chance to both quality check your product and also maybe gift it to someone if you have a birthday coming up, so you can make the most of it, and just try to save as much money as possible. When you're like startup, small little business, you have to be really mindful of how you spend your money, because a lot of small little payments adds up really quick. And that's why I strongly recommend you to use my link down below, where you can get your 40 free listing on Etsy, so you can start with the right foot, having absolutely zero cost, and make the most of your digital entrepreneurship journey. So that's it guys, this is how you do it. I hope this tutorial was easy to understand and helpful. If it did help you, please remember to give a thumbs up. It will be really much appreciated, and it will really help me to keep making tutorials like this one. And also subscribe if you didn't yet, because I'm gonna always keep posting very interesting videos about several different ways in how to make money online. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.